This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN Live, and we're at the LD Micro Main Event 2019 in Bel Air, California. With me right now is Tim McCutcheon from Wealth Minerals. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you, WML on the TSX Venture and WMLLF on the OTCQX. Tim, welcome to SNN Live.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, good to be here.
Glad to have you.
Yeah.
So for our audience, we'll start off with an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Right. Wealth Minerals is a premier lithium development company. We have 46,000 hectares in the Atacama Salar, which is the largest source of the lowest cost lithium on the planet today. We're developing it together with our partners, the state mining company of Chile, as well as Rosatom, the major technology provider, and the state nuclear company of Russia.
So let's get a history of the company. When did the company start, and how did you evolve it to where it's currently at today?
Well, around 3 years ago, we put the company together to get into the lithium space because we saw there was a fundamental paradigm shift in what lithium is, where lithium market's going and energy markets are going. Two gentlemen really put it together. One, Hank Van Alphen, who is a serial sort of entrepreneur when it comes to natural resource development. The other fellow is Marcelo Awad, who used to be the CEO of Antofagasta, a multi-billion-dollar copper mining company, as well as an executive vice president of Codelco, the world's largest copper miner. So this guy knows Chile better than anyone else. So together came together. I came on as an investment banker, and right after that, and we put together this land package in Chile to develop it's called the Atacama Project. The key thing here is that lithium sourced from the Atacama is the highest grade, lowest cost source of lithium in the world. That's number one. Number two, currently the lithium market is around 300,000 tons of this stuff a year. Most banks project that'll be between 800 and 1 million tons of this stuff in 5 to 6 years. And we all know Tesla cars and EV cars and everything else. Lithium's got to come from somewhere. And the reality is that there's plenty of lithium in the world. There's not a lot of projects that develop lithium, bring it to market in the world. And that's where we fit in, because we have the financial basically partners with strong deep pockets, with technology that can put us really in a whole new league when it comes to developing this and making it a world-class asset.
So what about this asset and the project itself would you say makes the company unique and different compared to maybe some of the other projects under development right now?
Right. I mean, one of the key things is that the grade of lithium, basically when you're developing a lithium project, brines are about half of the lithium produced in the world, but a brine is basically an old salt lake bed. And you're putting a straw into it and you're sucking up that water that's trapped underneath, and it's super saturated with salts, including lithium salts. The concentration of lithium salts in the Atacama is basically 3 to 5 times higher than the next highest level of concentration in other projects in the world today. So it's huge concentration, which means it's much cheaper to recover because you pump less brine out to get more lithium, right? So that's number one. Number two is we have a technology partner, basically a company called Uranium One, which is a subsidiary of Rosatom. Uranium One has a unique technology to recover lithium from this brine without the traditional methodology, which is currently being used, which is basically you pump it out and dry the water under the sun. Aside from being sort of low tech and everything else, the problem with it is that one, you have to wait about 9 months for the water to evaporate off, and two, you are literally in the driest place on the planet. So, evaporating water off in the sun in the driest place on the planet does not win you a lot of kudo points, with the business world, environmental people. So you got to figure out a different way. So we have a technology provider. We have the state mining company of Chile as our partner as well. We have an asset that is by far the best asset of its class. And there's just nothing else close to what we have in terms of our peer group companies. Yeah.
And I have to ask, what's your background? What brought you prior to joining the company?
Yeah, a circus performer. No, I've been an investment banker my whole life. So I started investment banking when I was very young. Have done that ever since. Investment banking morphed into banking for resource and mining companies. That morphed into basically running my own hedge fund. That then came into running mining companies. And so I've been doing that ever since. But this is a unique project that we've put together, it's the reason I joined this company and decided to work together with my other partners is just because you cannot replicate what we have done. So that makes it very special.
So what would you then say are the company's value catalysts now moving into 2020?
So we have this deal with Uranium One. It is MOU. There's a certain due diligence process that has to happen. We expect that to be over and then to basically close. It's a little more involved in this interview, but you can read it on our website. But to have that close sometime in Q2, and that'll be a major catalyst driver. We have some finalization we need to do with the state mining company of Chile. We have a broad-based sort of framework for working together. We're going to tighten that up, and that should happen in Q1. Plus a lot of the field work we're doing. And when the data starts coming out from the field work, you're going to see people's eyebrows raised substantially. I mean, it's going to be sort of eye-opening.
And where can our audience go and find more information about Wealth Minerals?
Yeah, so wealthminerals.com is the best place to go. There's a contact number. I'm not in an ivory tower. If you want to call me, the phone number's right there. I'll be more than happy to take your call.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN Live. We're at the LD Micro Main Event 2019 in Bel Air, California. With me again has been Tim McCutcheon from Wealth Minerals, publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you, WML on the TSX Venture and WMLLF on the OTCQX. Tim, it was a pleasure. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.